I never meant to fail. Not once did I wake up dreaming of defeat. Not once did I whisper to myself, "Let me come back broken. Let me come back with nothing." I left with fire in my chest, hope in my hands, and promises stitched into me like sacred vows. I did not step out to return with empty hands. I stepped out to fill the emptiness, to bring something back. Bread for the table, light for the shadows, a reason for those waiting for me to smile again. But life is not the straight road we imagine. It bends, it deceives, it throws storms at you until even your bones shiver. I worked until my hands ached. I gave my sweat until it felt like blood. And still, the doors stayed closed. The soil drank the seed and gave me nothing. The faces I trusted vanished when I needed them most. Tell me, how do you explain to a waiting heart that you fought lions in the dark, but came back with nothing but scratches? How do you tell a hungry mouth that you planted seeds in barren soil and prayed they would grow? Do not think I chose this ending. Look, he stood tall until he couldn't anymore. I came back with stories too heavy for ears that only wanted triumph. Stories of long nights where sleep abandoned me. Stories of mornings where I couldn't look in the mirror without tasting regret. I came back with wounds that bleed quietly in the dark. Wounds that don't stain shirts, but stain the soul. Wounds that make you laugh in public, but break down in private. So please, don't mistake my exhaustion for surrender. Don't let your disappointment erase the truth. Because I stood, I carried until my shoulders bent. I tried, God knows I tried, but sometimes trying is not enough. I laid down because I was weak. I fought, I carried, I broke myself in half just to keep moving forward. I never meant to fail. All I wanted was to return with hands full, to sit before those I love and say, here is the fruit of my sacrifice. But instead, I came back with scars. Scars on my hands, scars on my heart, scars on my spirit, invisible to the eye, but heavy enough to crush a man's chest. And scars are cruel because they do not tell people how much it cost to earn them. They only whisper that something went wrong. They make people say, "Look, he stumbled." Sometimes effort is rain falling on cursed soil. Sometimes fate writes a crueler ending than the one you prayed for. I've seen men stronger than me fall to their knees. I've seen dreamers brighter than me bury their own dreams. I've seen believers holier than me grow quiet when heaven stayed silent. So if I failed you, let this be remembered. I never meant to. It was never my wish to bring sorrow, never my dream to walk home with empty hands. I never meant to fail, yet failure, uninvited, became the shadow that followed me everywhere. It walked beside me in daylight. It whispered in my ear at night. It laughed when I stumbled. It reminded me that no matter how much I gave, the world only counts what you return with. But you who waited for me, you who trusted me, you who carried my name like a hope in your mouth, I want you to know something. I did not stop because I was weak. I did not collapse because I loved failure. I collapsed because I gave everything. I poured myself out like water until there was nothing left. And if the glass looks empty in your eyes, remember, it was once full and I gave it all away. But instead, I returned with scars, with silence, with the weight of broken promises. And I wished the road of life is always how we sketched it in our minds before we left home. Please turn on the subscribe button and like it. Comment what you never meant to do. If you are facing a moment right now.